than about us, actually, because today we want to hear from you. So, apparently, according to my producer Abu, there's a saying that life is too short to date a stingy man. It's Abu who said it. I didn't say it. But women have said that they hate stinginess in a man. You know, you hear that a lot. You hear women complain that, oh, this man is some way. He's somewhere with money. He doesn't like to give. You know, when you ask him, it's some way. And you find that the women who have complained about men who are stingy with money, you find that this stinginess transcends just money. So you find out that they actually have much more to complain about in terms of, you know, their men being tight-fisted or not being liberal, even with their emotions or their time or of themselves. So this evening we want to talk about that. We want to talk about your experiences with men who are stingy, men who don't give. And it's a little bit, well, not complicated, because as women we've been fighting for equality, we've been fighting for economic power, you know. So sometimes it may seem like it's a bit of a contradiction to have this whole feminist movement and be fighting for economic power and all of that, and still have a conversation where we're saying, you know, men, you know, should give. But I think that chivalry shouldn't die just because, you know, women are fighting for economic power. I mean, Amma, what do you think about that?
I agree.
That's Amma, by the way. She's a vlogger. Her vlog is Amma Says.
Amma Says on YouTube and Facebook. Please like my page on Facebook.
Check her out. She has a lot to say.
I have a lot.
Like how she's about to tell us. Start telling us now.
I when it comes to stingy men, okay, well.
No. There's a question on the floor. Okay. The economic power versus the chivalry. Mm-hmm. Let's address that first, and then we talk about. Mm-hmm. So we're fighting for economic power. We want to earn as much. We're saying equal pay. You know, we're saying that we deserve as much and all of that. So should we still expect chivalry? Should we still expect that when we go out? You know,
I do, and I tell other ladies to expect it.
Why?
It makes the relationship more beautiful, more loving. It makes it more memorable.
But these days, the men are saying that when they go out with us, they want us to pay.
I think I would do 3:1. Like,
so for every three that
he does, I do one.
Why?
Okay, so I think it's an orientation that I would rather I maintain. You know, like, I grew up thinking, oh, you know, the man has to take care of you. Though in my case, I was also raised to make my own money and take care of myself. But when it comes to love, I really love being taken care of. Personally, I take care of a lot of things myself. And so when I come home or come into my very private life with somebody else, I'd love to be taken care of.
Right.
I'll take care of the person too in other ways. So I would expect some of the taking care of to be providing.
So it's tough because if how does that translate into sharing of bills? So, you know what I mean? Like if let's say I'm your husband or I'm your boyfriend and I earn the same as you, is it still 3:1? And then is it actually fair if I want to split everything, you know, down the middle with you? Because we earn the same, but now you're saying I should spend more on it.
In this regard, talking as somebody who has to work and earn all the money I spend, it will be very difficult to do. Sometimes I pity men when I think of them in that position, because it can be very hard spending your hard-earned money. Yesterday I almost made a post about that, because sometimes you need something. When you think about how hard you've had to work for 10 cedis and thinking of spending all that 10 cedis, so it makes me pity men who have to spend all their money on women. The women don't get to spend any on themselves, on even the men. But when you're in a relationship where you want to be accorded some extra, you know, titles, like you want to be the head, you want to be the boss,
you should pay for it.
It's only
Hey, now we are selling titles.
I think it's always been so. If you believe in the Bible, even the Bible says that, you know, the man is the provider. So,
I don't know where the Bible says it.
I think it's somewhere in it.
I mean, the Bible says the man is supposed to be the head of the. Even that one, I'm not sure. Wait, you are Googling
the man
it.
Is the provider.
Abu, is this in the Bible?
I don't know where in the Bible. Yes,
hey,
but I know it's in
please,
the Bible.
if you know where it is in the Bible, you call us and tell us. Our phone lines are open. 1 second, let me just open the phone lines. 0302216541. 0302216541. And this show is interactive, so the phone lines are open. So call us, tell us your experiences, tell us what you think, and please point me to the place in the Bible where it says that a man is the provider.
Please, if you're really knowledgeable in the Bible, help me, remind me. I know it. It's just escaped me.
I'm Googling it, don't worry.
Do. Yeah, the man is the provider. And the thing is, when a man provides, working for your own money is good, but when a man spends money, that money tastes like, it feels different. Spending somebody else's money. You're able to use it on your wants and luxuries.
But is that okay? Well, we have our first caller, right? Okay, First Timothy. Let me talk to my first caller first. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, we're going to wait for that one to come through. So First Timothy says, but if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for the members of his, so that's no. First Peter 3:7. Likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor. Does anything. Ephesians 5. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the church. Colossians. Husbands, love your wives. Genesis. Therefore, a man shall leave his father. Ephesians. Husband, love your wives. Husband, love your wives. Wives, submit. It actually.
Oh my goodness.
I actually cannot find.
It's in the Bible.
Hey, the things that we attribute to the Bible that are not in the Bible, yes.
Oh, somebody should please help.
Hey, hello, good evening.
In the Bible.
Okay, so actually let me bring in Aram, because Aram is on Zoom. Aram, good evening.
Good evening.
It's a little bit what?
Hello.
Yes, Aram, we can hear you.
Okay, good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank
We are looking for the Bible verse, so please, you should be looking, because otherwise the men would have won, because we are always saying they are the providers, but we can't find it.
But do we really need a Bible verse to back this?
Okay, so then if we don't need a Bible verse to back it, then what is it that we are standing on whilst we are fighting for economic power?
I thought they said it. I mean, if you're a man, you should be a man in entirety.
Who said that giving money is part of what makes you a man?
Hey, now what would you use to provide? Water or butter?
But who said you have to provide?
You said you are a man, so you have to provide.
Why do you have to provide to prove that you are a man?
What else are you supposed to do to prove that you're a man?
Aram, really?
What else?
Really?
What else? Because the person with the money is the person with the power. The person without the money has no power. Me, if I have money more than you, there's nothing you tell me that I'll hear. I won't hear anything.
Aram. You hold on for me. I have my first call on the line. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, how are you?
What's up? Did you find the Bible verse?
You did that job for me.
Okay, well.
You mentioned them, but then I don't know if it was intentional. You just skipped right over them.
I didn't skip right over them.
Okay, let me ask you. If someone says
no. Let's finish the Bible verse issue.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. If it says be submissive, are you submissive to somebody who is your head, or somebody who is your subordinate, or somebody who is your equal?
What does that have to do with providing money?
No, now you are shifting it. I'm only talking about the head.
The conversation is about providing money. The conversation is not about being the head. I didn't raise that. But
you said you wanted a Bible verse that
to say where man is supposed to provide.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You said you wanted a verse that said the man is the head.
No, as for that one, dear, we know that the Bible says man is the head. We want a Bible verse that says that. Yes, but
it also says that you should provide. You actually read it.
No,
but you read it very quickly.
That's what we did. We couldn't find. So if you can find it for me, I would be very grateful.
Okay, and is that the only thing you're interested in?
Yeah, because you see, the question that I asked was that if women are fighting for economic power, so we are fighting for equal pay. So why are we still demanding that men foot the bills for some of the things? For example, Amma said, if a man gives you money, you can buy what you want, the things that you wouldn't use your money for. So I'm trying for us to find a reason why we think that way. Do you see what I mean? Because we are fighting for equal pay.
Everybody wants to eat their own cake, and you have actually been the one in your opening comments to blow it all up. And that question is very important. Like you said, why do you say I want to be free, and yet you say he must give? So you have to ask yourself that question: that are you really wanting that economic freedom, or you really want to take? You need to decide that for yourself.
That's a good point there. So do we really want economic freedom, or do we want to take? I have another caller. Okay, hi, good evening.
Hi, what are you?
Papa Willie, what's up?
My name is Edward.
Oh, Edward, I thought you said Papa Willie.
So the text you're looking for is in 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8.
Abu, 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, wait. But how do you just come and go like that?
So
I read the Bible verse to us. We just came and said the Bible verse like that.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8.
Hey, somebody has texted it as well. Oh. But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. All right. So we have made the point. So you've made the point that men are to provide, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, okay, I was trying to, be on the side of the men to make a case, but the men themselves have proved. You see, Aram, I agree with you. That's why you said that. They themselves, they want to be able to provide.
Anymore. So I have a very good, actually about 3 of them that I can remember, men, who told me that men, they like it when they spend on a woman. Like, it's one of the signs that they're really into you.
That's if they have money.
Yeah, that's what, but the thing is that it's about how much money. It's not about so much money. It's
about the willingness to spend as opposed to how much. This is even like 1 KK.
This is 1 KK. He's using his money to buy it for you. He would want to do so much to show that he can take care of you, he can care for you, he loves you, he would tend to your needs.
So the men that are listening, is that true? Is that the way that you show love, by spending? And if you don't have money at all, then how do you show love?
Well, like I said, I mean, if you don't have money to buy things or pay for things for the person, you will still find other means of service. Like you would, I want to say help her clean, but
yeah, but wash the dishes, change the baby's diaper.
You help her.
Everyone is laughing because she's come to say that we want to talk about.
Help her get her job done. You will find other means. That's when you will find him being extra in other means. If he doesn't have money to buy you other things or take you to fancy dinners, he would.
You haven't met a man who doesn't have money and won't do anything as well. Yes, Aram.
But when he has the money, he will pay for people to do that whilst giving you money. If he doesn't have the money, he would spend. Men, that's how they show their love. I've come to know that as true.
I see.
Yes.
Please, if you are listening, please call us and tell us if it's true.
Not cash, his time or something valuable at the time, the highest thing he can afford. If he's not spending that on you, you should question it.
Okay, Aram, please, we are listening to you.
Yes. The whole essence of men working hard, at the end of the day, is always to spend it on a woman or women. The up and down, the back and forth they are going on. What are they going to do? What are they doing with everything? The success, the need to be recognized, and everything is for women or a woman, whether we like it or not.
That reflects.
And then that is a thing that makes men. You know,
he makes men.
If a man is not, I don't know, like you're not spending. And the funny thing is, somebody said, "Oh, you help her clean." If you have money, you get her made, so you don't have to clean. Understand? And at the end of the day, the person with the money is the power. If you don't spend on your woman, somebody else will spend on her and take your woman out. So,
I have another caller. Aram, dear, hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Hello.
Hello?
Oh, hi. Okay, there you are.
Yes.
What's your name, please?
I'm Josephine, calling from Taifa.
Okay, Josephine, what's up? What's on your mind?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm now going home, so I'm in a car.
Oh,
but
that's fine.
I would plead with you to read the Bible quotation for me again.
It was Josephine. Wait, Josephine. Why do you want the Bible quotation again?
Yes, if I heard the quotation clearly, and per my understanding, it didn't categorically say man or as in male.
It said his.
His.
It said his. But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, then he has denied the faith and his wife.
Okay, then I get you now. So then I reverse my comment on that. But then I want us to understand something as women. You know, every wife or every woman is supposed to submit, which is also in the Bible. And then after submission, that is where you get the man to love you.
Hey, but in the Bible, the love comes first. So the love comes before submission. The analogy was Christ dying before we being saved. So the love comes first.
I know that. Okay. I know that. But you know, when you are getting married, they always tell you to submit as a wife.
The men will always tell you to submit as a wife, but they don't tell themselves that you should love as the Christ. You know that scripture. In fact, Josephine, I'm not taking the wind from your sails, but that scripture, it drives me crazy. We always focus on the submit, but even the submitting, it's not as difficult as the loving that God requires the men to love us, because He said to love as much as Christ loves the church, that He gave His life. Exactly. But when we are doing the marriage counseling and we don't talk about that one, no.
Yes. What I'm trying to say is that in as much as we are to submit, okay, a man is supposed to love the wife or the woman. And loving the woman doesn't only mean speaking by words or only take the woman out to enjoy luxury or whatever. It comes like as a package. Yes. You know, he would tell you, I love you. He will give you gifts. You request for something, he gives you. I'm speaking out of experience. And the long and short of it is that as I speak with you now, I do not open my mouth to ask my husband before he provides or before he gives me something.
Right, okay.
And the last time he gave me a gift was yesterday. He told me it's because of my submission and hard work at home. So it comes back to we the women. But if you feel the man is being too stingy to an extent that you've complained and they still continue, just leave the person to continue like that. After some time, he will come back to himself and then realize what he's doing to you is no good. Because it gets to a point you complain and complain and complain, and then it turns around to affect your marriage or your relationship. If it is just a relationship, please, madam, walk away, because it will not help you in marriage. Okay. This is all of what I want to say.
Thank you so much, Josephine, for calling us, and thank you so much for listening as well.
Thank you. Sure.
Aram, yes, I can hear you calling me from, yes. Aram, we are listening, or we can hear you. Hello, Aram.
Hello? Yes.
Yes, I'm saying that we can hear you.
Say that.
Uh-huh.
I can hear you guys.
Animwaa.
Go ahead. Aram, can you hear us?
Hello.
Aram, can you hear us?
Yes, okay, I can hear you now. So I was just going to say that concerning that scripture, do you know that when you have money, it's easy to be submitted to? The money makes the submission easier. You can have money, I can submit to you, but I don't have to necessarily love you. That's what people need to understand. So these days, the women are woke. Yes, they actually reject that part of the scripture every time they tell us that, oh, submit, but they don't tell them to love. But what they forget is that money actually makes submission much, much, much easier.
Wow.
You know, I think talking about submission. Last time I was telling a friend that I've come to understand.
You people, the show is not about submission.
I know, but I'll get there.
Okay.
That when it comes to submission, I believe it's easy to submit to somebody you know is actually smarter and better. So if you really want to submit, marry somebody. Marry sensibly.
I think it was Archbishop Duncan Williams who said that. Don't marry a man that you cannot, like when you look at him,
that's the truth.
You know that you cannot.
I agree, because I'm saying that because when they talk about submission, for the most platforms I've heard this from, they talk about when your husband say, let him guide you guys in the family, he should have the final say and all that. If we have to discuss, let's say, investments as a family or couple, and I know, my husband is smart when it comes to managing money and finding money. If he says we are going about it A, B, C, D, why would I even dispute it? Like, yes, please, my lord, I've submitted to it because you're good in that regard. But if I marry somebody who's a spendthrift, who can't even manage himself or some things, basic things, if this person tells me, allow me to invest in our name, bring your money, I won't do it. But then it would be difficult for me to submit to somebody like that. But
the decision is yours ultimately, because you knew that before you married. But like I said,
Amma, so if you marry well, you have a problem.
I'm turning off your mic. Your mic is off because this conversation is not about submission. No, I'm going to the phone lines. I'll come back to you in a second. Hello, good evening. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, okay, Amma.
Okay, so now back to the stinginess. Really, I think one of the things that could make one stingy is prolonged poverty. Like, if you've been poor for a very long time, you tend to manage beyond, what is usually accepted. Your management skills in terms of, you become a miser, sort of. So by the time money comes, you're afraid, I don't want to go to be as poor as I used to be. So you start
out of fear.
Okay. You hold back. This happens to even us women. I was telling a friend the last time that I find it difficult spending a lot of money on the phone. I've been meaning to change my phone for a while now, but anytime I think of the money involved, even though I have that money, I'm like, how can I spend all this money on the phone? It doesn't make sense. But there are other things that would take my money so freely and easily. I wouldn't even blink twice. So if a man is very stingy, it's either he's been extremely poor before, or he doesn't know how to love you so well. But then money is giving gifts and spending on somebody is one of the most common and widely acceptable love languages. Sometimes you can be in a bad mood. That alert can make you just...
You mean the bank alert?
Bank alert. Even Momo. Anything can make you so happy.
Or lunch delivered
delivered to you.
Or some chocolate. When
we're talking about stinginess and spending on a woman, we're not talking about you giving her thousands of CDs or buying a car or anything. Yeah. If you have 10 CDs, the fact that you are willing to spend 2 CDs out of that 10 CDs. You can buy
King's Bites or Pebbles. And say, I was thinking of you. You are the only pebble on my sea or in my sea.
Like if you have the little things that you do.
Yeah.
So when you have 10 CDs and you're willing to spend 2 CDs out of that on me, I know when you make 1 million CDs, you will spend more.
Yeah.
If you can't spend 2 CDs out of your 10 CDs, my friend, when you get 1 million, you won't do any show. It won't change. That's who you are. You're going to be even more tight-fisted than you've ever been. So
Aram, are we going to stick with the school of thought that as much as we are fighting for economic power, chivalry is still very, very important?
Yes. It is very, very valuable.
Fairy tales.
Yes,
it's very valuable.
You can't come and be projecting your fairy tales on people.
I don't want to go out for lunch and split the bill. I mean, if you're going to take me out for lunch, you're paying for it.
I think it was Steve Harvey who said that men should be willing to pay the price of what it takes to enjoy the company of a woman.
Exactly, because if you come to my house and I give you food, I'm not going to charge you for it. So if you're taking me out, you're paying for the food. I'm not splitting the bill with you, at least until we get to a point in time in the relationship. But if we're dating, I am not paying for the food.
So why are we willing to split the bills with our husbands? but we are not willing to split the bills
I
when we are
like,
in a relationship.
Like Aram said, when you get to a certain point, like when I'm married to you, at that point I'm thinking at least that,
like
okay,
everything is ours.
Equal, it's ours.
Okay.
We are building a life together. You are my life partner. So everything I do, I know it's an investment to our lives and the kids we are raising. So I wouldn't mind, for example, if you can't pay the kids' fees this term, they are my children too. I will pay, and you don't have to pay me back. But I would do that knowing that you're not going to take it for granted. I saw there was a meme that said, I would have felt as a wife, my husband has enough money to follow a side chick. Like, because
like you're not spending. You're not spending.
He doesn't have enough to go.
And two, you're not stressing him out enough. Last time we did a show with the guys, and one of them said that some women think that if they stress out their boyfriends or their husbands enough, they won't have time to cheat. Yeah. But apparently it's not true.
I think when you do that, he rather want to look for peace elsewhere. I can give you peace while spending your money. Actually, that's one of the easiest things to do. When the money is there, you're spending, you're feeling good. Why would you want to stress out the person giving you the means to live a good life?
I have a caller on the line. Let me go to them. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi.
Where is Delphia?
Okay. Thank you for calling. What's up?
Please, I want to ask you something. Have you met a man who is so stingy to the point that he won't give you but will take from you in the form of borrowing and then will never give it back to you?
No.
It is so boring to the point that you feel like, am I not even worth you spending just one city on me? Like the other lady is saying, it's not about how much the person spends on you, right? But how much the person is willing to share with you, even when he has the minimum amount on him, right? So, but naturally, a man should feel good taking care of a woman, right? It should even make you proud that you're able to spend on it. And you know something? The money that the men give to us, it tastes differently. When you are spending the money of a man, in fact, it tastes differently.
You said it tastes differently.
It's true. Like,
the food is nicer. Seriously, look, the food is nicer when it's not your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
The things that you buy when it's somebody else's money, when it's your own money, you think about it and account. Hey, you people, that's how you are. Anyway, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Animwaa.
Hello, please, what's your name?
I'm Joe.
What's up?
Cool. Yes, we were talking about men spending, okay? Yes, we like to spend. But that doesn't mean that if the man do not have and you, the woman, have, you wouldn't support. Men are always ready to spend, and we are ever ready to spend on the women.
Ish.
But that is why you're also there to help.
Okay.
You are also our helper. So that's why my point I'm also making.
That's
here.
a very, very fair point. Very, very fair point. I agree with you. There's this message. I won't mention your name because I don't want you to get into trouble with your wife. It says women complain about men being stingy. Truth be told, some women are super stingy with money. I've experienced this in my relationship and marriage. Not to slight women, my wife for 3 years forgot my birthday just because of her presence. Well, a good 10 deserves another. I have also learned to forget. Some women, but if you are listening to us and you are a wife or some, you can't be doing that. It's not nice. No. Like you, dear, you want your birthday to be remembered, but you won't remember his birthday. And please, on behalf of the men, we are not accepting boxes and handkerchiefs anymore.
Thank you very much.
I have never given that kind of gift before. In my past relationship,
from the way you've tied your scarf, I can see that you won't give that kind of gift.
One of my love languages is gift giving. Honestly, I think so. I don't mind spending on a man. Though now, I think I've stepped on the brake on that.
Okay.
I would expect, like I said, 3:1 for the meantime, until I'm very certain. Maybe until I make a lifetime commitment with you. And even there, I will always want to remind myself, hey, hold on, let him spend more before you come in.
Really?
I think it's just a protective measure. I'm protecting myself.
But why are you protecting yourself from the man that you are married to?
Maybe by the time I marry him, I won't feel the need to do so again. But, I mean, back to initially when you said women, we are fighting for economic power, was why we spend him. I always tell women now more than ever, we need to still, even though you want a man to spend on you, please make your own money.
Of course.
That way, it is so easy to get out of a bad situation.
Yeah, because
if you don't have your own money, you become enslaved to an abuse.
So now you turn the thing to women empowerment. No, let me read some of my messages. Why? Samira from Adem, but it's a good point.
And it's easier for the man to spend on you, knowing you can actually afford what he's giving you.
I think yes. I think generally.
That way he will even want to spend more because he now has to oh my God, she already has this and that, so I have to do more.
So I have to do more show.
I
don't know if are the men of today still like that? If men, you are listening, you call us and tell us if you are like. Abeku said yes. Abeku, you've been spending it. Anyway, Samira from Adenza says, for me, I won't talk. I do me before you came. But the day you change because I'm dropping you for something off. Okay, wait. But the day you change because I'm dropping, I can't, the punctuations, I can't really make sense of them. I can't figure it out, Samira. I think if you can send it again, but with the punctuation so that I can see what you're talking about. Abu, 1 second. Let me just, there's a lot of messages. I don't want to neglect our texters. Thank you to all of you who have sent the 1 Timothy 5:8. There are a lot of you who have. Thank you. And somebody said that the Bible verse is talking about, it talks about man, but it's referring to both women and men. Yo, we've heard why. And this one said, classic case of women wanting to eat their cake and have it as always. The more you fight for some privileges, the more you should brace up to relinquish certain things you hitherto enjoyed. That's from Foster in OEB. I don't know if equal pay is a privilege, Foster. I mean, to be honest with you. Anyway, let me go to my caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hey, hello, good evening. Please, what's your name?
This is me from Adringano.
Me from Adringano. What's up?
Concerning the conversation and the topic today, I quite remember there was a song that talks about a woman being self-esteem.
Oh, but me, where are you? That's now they are Okada.
I'm on the roadside, though. I'm not by a machine.
Okay, we are listening.
Sorry,
It's okay, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
If you could pass your mind back in the latter part of the 90s, you could realize that there is this track that says a woman being self-esteem and also being able to provide for herself. In that manner, men will not cheat on them, men will not take them for granted, and they will earn the best respect they can think of.
I see.
And there's this track that says, I buy whatever I want because I can provide for myself. The house I live in it, I built it myself.
I think it's
the car I drive in it, yes. I bought it myself. The clothes I wear, I bought them myself. So women, you are working hard to earn money. Don't let the men see you to be so vulnerable that without we providing for you, you are nothing. It is not the money that will make you or the spending that the men spend on you that will make you think you are rather making wealth from the money. It is only the materialistic women who ends up like that, and the true respect is not there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. John said, have you ever read hair anywhere in the Bible when it comes to God giving instructions to his people? So trust the man, no, it could mean man or okay. So some of you are in the middle. All right. Anyway, I just got this message. Amma and Aram, you guys. It says, I'm a side chick. He's married. We've been together for a year. He has never given me a gift. No lunch, no trips, not even key soup. Sex happens in his office. Common hotel. He won't take me. Is this normal?
So Nigerians have a proverb: if you must eat a frog, eat a juicy one, my dear.
Okay. Let me go to the phone line.
Stop wasting your sin. Stop it.
Stop sinning.
Stop sinning.
Hey.
Don't want to sin. Don't waste
the denigration and degradation that has gone on. Stop wasting your sin. You tell them that they should stop sinning.
Don't sin. Actually, I'm really sorry. Yes, I mean don't sin. Please stop it. Okay.
Out of the abundance of the heart.
No. Please, no.
Hello. Good evening. What's your name?
Good evening, Joe.
Hi, Joe. What's up? What's on your mind?
Yes, the woman who just called.
Mm-hmm.
made a point and talked about the submissive thing. That the husband gave the gift because she was submissive. And these are some of the things that happen. The women, most of them don't submit to us. And we only demand for 3 things. What are the 3 things that we demand for?
We don't know. What are the 3
Good
things
food.
we demand for?
That is our tummy. Respect. And the last one is the sex. If you give us this, what is it that you want that we
But you
give
say it as if it is easy. Oh. You say it as if like we were created to cook, respect you, and then have sex with you regardless of like everything else. Like we are not. Do you understand what I mean? Like once we do that, but what about you? Is there like actually a point where you guys actually feel like, maybe if I love her enough, she will submit to me, or it doesn't work that way?
But the love, what is the love about?
But what is the submission about? The love is about the giving money, the cuddles, the respect, because women also want to be respected. We want to be appreciated as well. So how about you do that first?
Yeah, we do.
But you are the same person who say that if we submit, then you love. And I'm putting it to you that how about you love first, then we submit?
We love first, then you submit.
Because that's the biblical order. It's love first, then submit.
But because we love, that's why we propose to you. We come out to say we love you.
So you are of the school of those people that when I say I love you, it means I love you until I say I don't love you anymore.
Oh, there will be sketches on the way. This one.
I'm just pulling your leg, Joe. Thank you so much for calling and joining the conversation. This one says, Animwaa, in fact, it's true, Pa. A man will do everything to help you when he is not wealthy. Allow him to get money, but real love will be still there for you despite anything. Well, we are believing God for real love. We don't want it.
Animwaa, but I
don't like the way people are laughing at me. It's not nice.
No. Anyway, you see, but honestly, concerning the lady who said she's a side chick, I think she's probably falling in love. That's why she's allowing herself.
What can you be in love with?
She's obviously not happy in the situation she's in.
Yeah, she does, obviously.
But she's allowing it.
But
it won't change just because you're allowing it.
Let me ask you a question. If you are a side chick, and you are saying that, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do this, do you feel like if he does that, then it will make you feel more, what's the word? Like more worth it. At the end of the day, you are a side chick. You are like, I don't know, unless I don't know what you have to say about that.
And you still get disappointed.
I mean, wait. You see this whole side chick thing that people do. Like I don't want to even tell her. So what's the point of being somebody's side chick? Because I don't anymore. Like the things that people are doing for their side chicks, even if their wife says, they'll be like, damn, what? No. So what? You just have sex. Are you serious? You are wasting your I don't want to say anything about that. So if you want to be a side chick, please go and be a side chick to somebody who has money. Because at the end of the day, what else does the person have to offer? Wisdom, knowledge, power, life. All he has to offer you is money.
Thank you.
So you get the money.
Thank you. Animwaa, about the boxer shorts. So my friend Enam says, my girlfriend got me the most comfortable boxers I've ever worn in my life. Let's not stop women from buying
and I'm Jai. You are just in love. That's why.
Thank you so much for saying this. Ladies,
you are just in love. You can't buy boxers Valentine's Day, birthday, Christmas, Easter, everything. Boxers. How many boxers?
The guidelines I give people about gift giving is you always try as much as possible. Look around you. Give a gift that can solve a problem.
So after 3 years, if you've been giving boxer shorts,
I've seen that he's never bought a boxer for himself. Why wouldn't I keep helping him? That's somebody doing the work of God in his life. Providing him with
Stop. Hello, good evening. Please, I have another caller on the line. Hello, good evening. Hello. Abu, I think Please lower your radio.
Yeah, I've actually just turned it off.
What's up? You say
cool. I'm listening to the conversation today and it's extremely exciting.
I see.
Yeah, I think naturally the love comes when the submission comes in first, you know.
When
What? Say again.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Once the submission comes in, you know, the man is head over heels over the woman, has her topmost priority, thinking and finding ways of showing and demonstrating that love. So I'm sure the submission is a trick, ladies.
I see. So, well, ladies, if you are listening, apparently submission is a trick. So I won't say anything. And if somebody says, Animwaa, please, men are now stingy because women only buy singlets and boxer shorts. So please, not everybody's like Enam, who enjoys that. This one said that the women are...
I have never bought a singlet or boxer shorts. I don't even know what the cost. I don't know anything about that.
I mean, you could buy if you're buying like Versace boxers.
I don't give such gifts. I give gifts that will make you go, oh. Yeah, like a man would be all mishy-mashy. Like that, I'm really good at that. The kind of gifts I give are the ones that will make you stay.
Hello, good evening.
Want to leave me cry?
Yeah.
Do it gently.
Hello. What's your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Hunter.
Yeah, Aram, I'm on the phone. Oh, wait, I'm coming. Please, we are listening to you.
Hello?
Hello, please, we are listening to you.
Yeah, my name is Hunter. I'm calling from Volo.
From where?
Volo, Water region.
Hey, F1, Leke.
My phone.
Okay, what's up?
Me too, I'm listening to the show. And the show is nice to me.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So you don't have any contribution apart from you are listening to the show and the show is nice.
Let's check. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, network. Why?
Network and okay. It's okay. Why? The phone lines are open, please. We are waiting for you to call us and tell us why some of you are stingy. Somebody said some of us have changed wardrobe for 7 years, but nothing. What does that mean? But what do you mean by she's changed wardrobe?
I think she spends money on a guy, like, you know, changing his wardrobe
for 7 years and now.
So it's not just boxers.
Why are you even dating a person?
Yeah, he's not spending anything on her.
She said, Aram said, why are you dating somebody for 7 years?
Why are you even in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship for 7 years?
Please, what's the new cutoff? Please update us.
No, I think long-term relationship depends on the time you started. Like if you start a relationship at 18, if you are still in it into 10 years, it's okay. But if you are, I was about to say if you are at 30, but even that still, look, if you are okay in the relationship.
Do you know that data has shown that?
It's fine.
Do you know that data has shown that within 6 months or 7 months or so of being with somebody, you know whether you want to spend the rest of your life with them?
I agree with that. I agree with
that. But it's
like my Angela says, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. You know, I used to interpret this quote wrongly. I used to think, believe them. I always left out the first time. So anytime somebody showed me something, I always wait for them to prove it. I'm like, I'll give it a pass, and another pass, till I'm like, oh no, this is so horrible. But the very first time they show you, when you look back at all the times people disappointed you, realize they showed you there was one.
Yeah, but the argument to be that people change.
But you don't have to wait for people to change.
Yeah, but what about you? What if somebody is with you and you do something the first time and they say that?
I agree if they decide to leave before I fix it, especially because you need to leave. Even me, they have to leave me if it is costing them their lives, their mental health, everything. They have to leave because we can't sing. Both of us can't sing. Maybe your leaving me is what will make me sit up.
Wear the headphones so that when Aram is talking, you hear, because I think you don't hear.
Maybe if leaving me is what will make me get the wake-up call and decide to fix it.
Okay, wait. Leaving you. I have a caller on the line. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, what's your name, please?
Please, I'm Nash, and I'm calling from Nabadi.
What's up, Charlie?
Yeah, Ade. Yeah, so I'd like to contribute.
Go ahead.
You know, okay, for the lady who was saying she's a side chick, I'm actually a student though, but you know, some of us, the things we've been through in life makes us go ahead of our age. So what happened is, for this lady who says she's a side chick and she's complaining, in the first place, I don't see why you should be a side chick
and
to someone who's married.
Exactly. That was the point that we were making.
Like, why should you? In the first place, you are not even supposed to accept the fact that you're a side chick.
Then when exactly?
The moment you accept his proposal, knowing that he's a married man, then you've already devalued yourself.
Thank you very much. And so can I just say that? So have you, as the married man, you've also devalued yourself and defiled the honor that is on your marriage by stepping out in the first place. So it's not just a woman.
Exactly. Those two have actually devalued themselves. And the man has even caused a bigger problem by devaluing the marriage. All grace and blessings that are supposed to come from trading upon himself have totally gone blank.
I agree with you.
Has totally gone blank.
Hashtag no more side chicks.
No more side chicks. There's no need to side chicks.
You don't need side chicks.
There's no more to side chicks. If you look in the Bible biblically, okay. If you look in the Bible biblically, that's why I remember there was a quote by one man. He said, "Look, there's nowhere in the Bible that the man should love the woman, but the woman should rather do the loving." But in that sense, I don't agree with him so much, because as a man, if you respect and then you try to communicate, understand your partner, the love will brew automatically.
In an African pot. I agree with you. Thank you very much. Love brewed in an African pot. Somebody said, and he said I shouldn't mention his name, so good evening to you whose name must not be mentioned. I believe in the concept of balance because it brings peace, love, and respect in a relationship. I mean, to be honest, Amma and Aram, there's something very satisfying about being a woman and you can give to the man that you love.
Yes.
There's something about knowing that you're the only person who knows him in a certain way that you can give to him. Because you see, I think sometimes the focus is a lot on, men giving women and men spending on women. But today, let me speak for them. The men get tired.
But anymore, you'll be surprised that there are so many ladies giving to men than men are giving them.
Today we are talking for the men today, please.
It's just like in the home.
Because
the women are paying their bills, but everybody thinks it's the man who's paying all the bills.
But there are also some homes where the men are paying the bills.
Yes, there are.
And there are homes that I know where the men don't make as much as the women, so they cannot afford to pay the bills.
And the women
but they are scrubbing the pots, they are looking after the children, they are changing the oil, they are laying the beds, they are loving the woman, they are supporting her. So this evening we are celebrating the men who give, not just money, but give of their time, their love, their efforts, the men who try. We are celebrating you this evening because today we are on your side. We may not be on your side next week. So yes. I think my last caller, because it's 54. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Chet from Dudua, yeah.
Okay, what's up? What's on your mind?
It's so funny that it's a Ghanaian setting that men are not caring and other stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do about it?
It's time the ladies start to.
It starts from the churches, though. It starts from the churches.
It's time the ladies appraise the guys they have and the kind of effort they put in. Yeah.
You said the women have to do what?
It's time they appraise the ladies.
Appraise.
Yeah.
Hey.
An appraisal.
We don't understand, though.
I guess that's what he's trying to say.
I think
you mean it's time like the women and start encouraging the men to be loving and caring and
it's time they get to that point. They say, oh, the guys are also doing their part, but just that it's not that 100% complete.
Okay, please, on behalf of Association of Wives and Girlfriends, please, mothers to teach their sons how to be romantic and caring. It's not when we have become your girlfriend or your wife that we are coming to teach you. So please, mothers, this is for mothers. Please teach your sons. I have a son. Please teach your sons to be romantic and caring. Teach them how to open doors. Teach them that it is not when a woman suffers that shows that she loves you. Please. So that we too will teach our sons. We won't be raising your sons for you. We are tired. association of wives and girlfriends who are raising people's children.
Anymore, you know, in Igbo they call Mrs. Like in their the Igbo language, Mrs. is referred to as Oriaku, and it literally translates to be the eater of wealth or the spender of money. The male version translates to be the maker of money. So it's like the Mister is the maker of the money. So now you're Nigerian. No, we are all Africans. One Africa. You know, one people.
I see. One love.
One love.
Irish.
So that's the kind of people we are. It's like you said earlier. It's not about spending only cash. It's about spending your time, being there, being caring. But if you have money, you have to spend the money as well. Don't hide the money and say, I don't have money, so I will just be clean. It will be nice, but it gets boring quickly. But if you add small money, it spices up.
Some romance here and there.
You know, I used to really not mind about that, but a lot has changed about me since.
Yeah,
and now,
including your hair.
Yes, you have a problem with my scarf. But since then, I now want a man who would make an effort to spend on me. Not because I can't pay for the things myself, but because I think it's symbolic and it means something.
Okay.
You need to prove that you can care for me and that the life you're asking me to build with you, it's something you're going to contribute towards.
Okay.
So
thank you very much.
I want to say good evening to my friend Nadia. She's in America. She's watching on
Not
YouTube,
for your come to
Facebook.
Do shout outs too.
Yeah, and Jade. Jade did an amazing thing for me in December.
It's 58. You have to let Aram give her closer mark.
She was beside me during my dad's funeral, and I really appreciate you, Jade. I love you, even though we fight a lot.
Jade, thank you very much. Times like that are difficult.
Yes.
And true friends show up in times of adversity. So thank you, Jade.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Association of Wives.
And my follower, D. Kelly. Thank you.
Now she's going doing followers too. Aram, please, your closing remarks so that we can go home.
I just want to say, the essence of all the hard work that men are doing is so they can spend it on their wives, their girlfriends, their family. So they should be working harder. You know, instead of complaining about we spend their money, they should be working harder. And I feel like as a man, the way you show your woman love is the same way she will show you love. We spend money on men who spend money on us. So if you want us to spend money on you, show us the money. We'll show you the love.
Hey, Aram. Aram said, show us the money, we'll show you the love. We also say, show us the love, we'll show you the love. Life is hard, so we kind of work together to make it fun. Thank you so much for choosing Strong and Sassy. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's been fun. Good evening to Gary Al Smith, George Addo Jr., and the rest of the sports team. Over to you guys next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks with something very exciting. Thank you to everyone who listened. My name is Animwaa Anim-Addo. Coming up next is the 8 o'clock news, and then Sammy Forson on the Overdrive with some really romantic music. And then if you can stay up till 10 p.m., George Quay says he's playing love songs from Nigeria. End SARS now. # we stand with our brothers and our sisters. So stay tuned.
Don't give up.
And yes, don't give up. Alrighty, people. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Thank you to Abu, Abeku, and Victor. Thank you for all the hard work that goes into production. And 8 o'clock news coming up.